Let's go to Sinai Hospital right now. We were talking about Humvees. Some aren't stuck. Suzanne Collins. Hey, Suze, how are you?
Hey, we found us a Humvee.
Did you now?
Yes, we went to Sinai's emergency entrance, and there one was, along with Sergeant First Class John Nichols, who's the driver. Sergeant, these vehicles, they're huge inside. We're going to let people take a look, but let me first ask you real quick. You were called into action. You thought you had drills this weekend.
Well, we had drill this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We made drill Saturday. Sunday, drill was canceled. They called us at home, the platoon sergeants. We had to call our squad leaders, who in turn called their people in.
And this is all related to the governor declaring an emergency where you're needed out there.
Yes, ma'am. Even if the governor doesn't call us in, you know, our unit, hospitals may request assistance and such.
And so this is your mission. Are there any other missions other military are participating in?
Yes, ma'am. We have, I believe, 1 or 2 vehicles at Bon Secours. Plus, there's some other Humvees that are helping the police department driving the officers around.
Gotcha. We're going to take a look inside just to show you guys. Stay here. Don't go away. They might have some questions for you. I don't know if Jonathan can get the camera to just show you. There are 2 big old benches in the back, and he says that they can fit about 10 people in here. Probably not the most comfortable ride in the world, but certainly they will get there because this thing has huge tires with giant treads. And I guess it's been getting people all over the state. Marty and Don?
Well, that's my question for Sergeant Nichols, if you can.
Come on, Sergeant Nichols.
What's the ground clearance on that Humvee truck?
He's asking the ground clearance on that truck. Do you know?
I believe it's 18 inches.
Pretty tall, and the snow could go a little higher, but this looks so powerful it'd probably plow it out of the way.
And ask him if he's ever been stuck in one anywhere.
Have you ever been stuck in one of these anyway?
No, ma'am. Never stuck.
We have a first. We have a first.
Yep, somebody hasn't
Tell me one is stuck in Perry Hall.
You have one stuck in Perry Hall? That is a first. Well, this gentleman needs to go pick up hospital personnel. They still have about 40 nurses and doctors who need to get in that they've not got rides for. So once again, if anyone has four-wheel drive and wants to volunteer, call the hospitals.
Yeah, call any hospital in your neighborhood, and of course, he can get, let's see, 40 people, that's 4 trips for him.
Yeah, right.
All right. Thank you, Suzanne.
Okay.
All right. Suzanne Collins live now in front of Sinai Hospital. We went to Sinai last night. We sent Suzanne there.
Sure.
Because Sinai is one of the big delivering hospitals in town, and we were curious if people who were expecting. I mean, you just imagine you're expecting a kid, and all of a sudden you have a debilitating blizzard. We were just curious to see what was going on over there. It was quite busy.
I saw that. The one woman who had delivered at 11:30 in the morning, at 2:30 in the afternoon, you guys had her in a wheelchair out in the hallway talking to her.
Yeah.
I'm going, what a woman.
Well, you know, we're taking the cues from the HMOs. Get out of bed and get out here and talk to us.
Woo! Man.
We keep trying to take one inside, one outside. But we're back now with X-ray technologist Scott Duggan, who you have been here since what day?
Saturday morning.
And have you been working round the clock, or have you taken naps? How do you do that?
Actually, I had a chance to get away and lay down for a couple of hours, but then it's just been straight back to work.
Now, you're one of those folks who lives right over the Pennsylvania line, what, in Glen Rock?
Yeah.
So the roads are closed up there. How are you going to get home? Any idea?
No, none at all. None yet. Maybe Thursday.
And you told me you have a Chevy Cavalier. I don't think that will cut it on the roads today.
Definitely not.
Okay, so he's just one of the fellows who's been putting in double, triple, quadruple duty. Pam is another one. She's here at the switchboard and also at the reception desk in the emergency room. Pam, you've been here, what, since yesterday evening?
Yes, since yesterday evening, and it have been extremely busy at times and sometimes a little slow. But as far as patients coming in, I mean, they've been coming in maybe 1 or 2 patients at a time, but other than that, it's been pretty slow.
Now, you know, there are not a lot of other people who are here in jobs like this are not being able to get home once they're off shift because all the emergency vehicles are needed for doctors and nurses. So you've had some other people around here who've been here for many, many hours, haven't they? I know a lady just left. And how long had she been here?
From what I was told, 20 hours. Nurses have been here 20 hours trying to get a ride home, and we're trying to get the nurses in as far as our top priority, nurses and doctors. But until they're in, other employees are mandatory to stay until the nurses and doctors arrive at the hospital.
Okay. Also, just kind of an interesting story. I know the police were trying to help Marty and Don, and they were going to use a paddy wagon to take some of the employees home, and they were joking around ready to put them in cuffs because they knew they weren't criminals, but they had to get home.
All right, Suze?
Someone who's stuck might I'm sorry, I can't
They
talk.
didn't mind. They said, take me in the paddy wagon, please.
All right, Suze.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Okay. Well, as the story continues to develop throughout this day, We had an interesting question posed to us from a viewer. If you have rented videos and you cannot make it back to the video store, will you be charged for the extra day?
I've wondered about that.
Well, I tell you what, one time that did happen to us was last year. We had a snow event in the video store. It gave like a day grace period. I would say call your individual video store, but I would also say if they decided to charge you the day penalty, that your Christmas present next year to the store manager should be a lump of coal wrapped in bologna.
And what you should not do is, you know, go out on the roads today just to return the tape.
No way.
That would be stupid.
My daughter gets to watch the Olsen twins 20 more times today.
By the way, one thing we should announce right now, we've been told that Baltimore City schools will be closed tomorrow as well. It comes straight from the mayor's office. Baltimore City schools are closed Tuesday as well as Monday. Doesn't that tell you something?
Stay with us. We'll tell you more some things when we come back. As Eyewitness News continues to cover the storm that has covered the entire Mid-Atlantic and East Coast, the blizzard of '96. Santa Claus, where are you?